So, do you have any suggestions for Billy, or any critiques on his material?
Well, suggestions that come to mind are suggestions I offer to anyone, really. In today's musical world, you don't exist on talent alone.
Yeah, that's right.
It's almost like talent is becoming the smaller and smallest part. It's now about it's about being an idol, an American Idol.
Yeah,
you know, they want the package, an American Idol, and I love the show. I'm not trying to put it down. I support the show. I have friends on it, but it's not really about the best singer. It's about the best package.
Yeah, the best showman.
And so now to up your ante as a successful musician, artist, you have to have a package. You know, for Billy or for anyone, I would say look at that whole package. But when it comes to singing, he's got that down. You know, so what is the whole package that's going to entice someone to back it, spend money on it or whatever? You know, that's the main thing.
Okay. So you think there's any chance of any more collaborations beyond this week?
Oh, definitely, absolutely.
I certainly hope so. I'd love to see it.
Very good.
So, and who would you say Billy Lee's sound and his singing and his style reminds you the most of?
Billy Lee.
Very good.
I mean, that's really what comes to mind. But I will say the type of voice, in my opinion, is an older, Otis Redding, old school soul, which is what I grew up on, which I think is why I love it so much. But again, I know I'm gonna, risk making people mad when I say this. Billy comes from an era when singing was real. You know, now singing is like a gymnastics acrobatic floor routine.
Yeah,
and
it's not and corrected and quantized, but it's not about how well you sing. It's more about the tricks you can do.
Exactly.
And you just want to tell a singer, man, just sing a melody.
Yeah.
You know, sing the melody. Let me hear a melody. You know, but Billy comes from an older mentality, an older era, where you really sing melodies. You sing with soul, you have control over your vibrato, all that kind of stuff. You know, but he has his own sense.
So, if you could give him, sort of one strong piece of advice that would help him on his career, kind of from your past, what would you say?
The first thing that popped in my head was just go for it. And it could be because I was just talking to this other high school group about the same thing. Of going for it with a vengeance, and it doesn't mean, like I was telling these people, let's say if I'm going to college and I want to be a solo musician, but I choose to take a business class, or I take classical composition or something like that. I didn't go to college, so I have to make this up. I feel that if I were to do that and I took that classical composition and business class or whatever, I wouldn't look at it as I can fall back on this. I would look at it as this is going to be useful in my career. You know, my classical composition is going to help me be a better singer, jazz musician. I need to know the business in this day and age, blah, blah, blah. That way, everything I do is aimed at where I'm headed. You know, even if I can't afford to play a gig, so I have to take a day job. I don't look at it as falling back. I look at it as fueling. I'm making money so I can put it into my next session, whatever. That way I'm going 120% all the time in the direction.
Towards your goal.
Towards your goal. And it's a mental adjustment. It's a mental adjustment that needs to happen. But when you can keep that strong focus and perseverance, even when it appears from the outside that you're sidetracked, you know you're not. Right? And then the forces of the universe come and back you and help push you in the direction you need to go.
That's a great piece of advice.
That is.
So I was going to ask you about 50 things about your play,
Sure.
but I'll tell you, we just watched the rehearsal, and all I can say is, how you do that, man? It was just fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how. I just.
You just do it. Just do it.
Thank you.
That's great.
Well, I'd like to do a plug for this.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sure.
So all of this is about a recording that we're starting to release. I'm getting ready to release. It's actually, I've gotten the go-ahead on it, and it's a version of the Beatles' Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
And Victor, I was lucky enough to have Victor work with me on that, and it's going to be released on iTunes and CD Baby and Amazon and Napster, you name it.
Right. Definitely check it out.
Get the single.
Yeah.
It's a download only so far. It's coming from the coming off of the album Besides Myself, and there's a couple other tracks on there that are going to feature Dr. Wooten, the good doctor.
Yeah, well, the first one is the Beatles song Eleanor Rigby.
Right on.
Great and different, unique arrangement for it. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's really
Featuring Hollywood,
All right.
Okay, Victor. Well, it's been an honor and a pleasure to speak with you, and
Thank you.
It was great to see you today, and we really appreciate you making the time to talk to us.
Absolutely.
And have some great shows tonight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Love you.
My heart. Right on. Okay. All right.
Okay, we gotta put some tape in that thing this time.
All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong?